Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to go over the first decision you have to really make in your playthrough whenever you start a new campaign. So right after the cinematic, you will be brought to this choice that you have to make, where you have to choose between one of 6 paths. So this might, if this is your first time playing, it might seem like a lot. There's a lot of stuff that is right over here. You might be like, oh, well, I don't know which one's going to be really good, which one's going to be really bad. So I'm going to kind of go over them right now with you. And also just to pretty much ease your stress a little bit. All of these, they matter a little bit, but not too much. And also, there's a lot of other stuff in the game that as you build, you'll get bonuses and different things as well, and how your character builds up. So there's a lot of room to actually improve on a lot of stuff that's here as well, if that kind of makes sense. So whatever your choice is here, it's not like your game is going to be dictated by this one choice. But again, it's a good bonus depending on how you want to play the game, if that kind of makes sense. So let's go over all this, and then I'm going to give you my little quick summary of it and kind of pretty much say, oh, this you should choose these guys if you want to be this type of a player, right? So let's do it. So Vlandians, what do they get? All right, so green is positive, red is negative. So green, we got 5% more renown from battles, 15% more income while serving as a mercenary, 10% production bonus to villages that are bound to castles. But the takeaway is recruiting lords to armies costs 20% more influence. So what does this mean? So Vlandians, pretty much, they're better for early game income and battle rewards. You get the more renown. It increases your clan rank, which improves how much stuff you can get in terms of workshops, companions, all that type of stuff. And if you can start your own kingdom stuff, you have to have a lot of renown that equals up into your clan rank going up. The income is also good as serving as a mercenary. Again, early game, you will be a mercenary. It's actually a good thing to be a mercenary. A mercenary is pretty much you sign up with a kingdom and you fight for them. Pretty much as not a vassal, you can't own any land, but you will get income for all the influence you earn through battles. So again, early game, very good for battles and income and all that other stuff. And then 10% production bonus to villages. It's cool. It's nothing crazy. If you have a lot of castles, then it becomes kind of cool, but it's not that big of a bonus. And then the takeaway is pretty big in my opinion. Late game armies are going to be very expensive in terms of influence. You need influence to call armies to your side or call people into your army. Next, Sturgians. Recruiting and updating infantry troops are 25% cheaper. Armies lose 20% less cohesion. And 20% more relationship penalty from kingdom decisions is the negative. So what does this mean? Sturgians, they have very good armies. Losing 20% less cohesion means you have to pay less influence over time. You can have longer armies, very good. And then infantry troops being 25% off is very, very good. Infantry troops are solid always, and every army has them. And 25% off, pretty good deal. And then the takeaway, it's pretty significant again. If you want to have a big kingdom, there's going to be a lot of kingdom decisions, a lot of peace talk, a lot of war talk. All that's going to cost influence, and you have to pay 20% more of it, which again is going to really hit late game when a lot of stuff starts popping up to vote. Next, Empire. We have 20% less garrison troop wage. Being in an army brings 25% more influence, but village hearths increase 20% less. What does this mean? So pretty much late game when you have a lot of towns and castles, they have a garrison. What is a garrison? It is pretty much troops that will sit idle in the town or castle, and you still have to pay their daily wage. Now, if you own a lot of towns and castles, or if that's what you want to be like the owner of all these places, this might be the kingdom or culture that you choose, because 20% off, pretty good, especially late game. Being in the army gives 25% more influence, also very good. You're going to be in a lot of armies during your playthrough, and getting more influence, which is something that you use to call armies, you use to make votes, which is pretty significant late game, and you need a lot of influence, so again, very good. Village hearths increase 1% less is kind of bad. Village hearths, the better the village hearth is, the better your economy is overall. That's just how it works. Village hearths is like how fast your village grows, and as your village grows, your towns grow, your castles grow. So having 20% less economic growth, kind of bad, really bad in my opinion. But again, very good bonuses as well, so it kind of counteracts. Aserai, we got caravans with 30% cheaper to build, 10% less trade penalty, no speed penalty on deserts. Daily wages of troops in the party are increased by 5% though. What does this mean? Very good for early game and very good as a trade build. If you want to be a trader, this is the place for you. The caravans being 30% cheaper, very good early on. You can get a lot of trades, a lot of caravans out there that's going to make you a lot of income. The 10% less trade penalty, big. You're going to trade throughout the game. That's how it works. You're going to buy stuff all the time. No speed penalty on desert, very good. Desert, it's not like the Battanian bonus that we're going to go over here. They have a speed penalty in forest, which is on the whole map. But the Aserai, where they're located on the bottom south of the map, that's all deserts, so you will have no speed penalty. So if you do get attacked, it's going to be kind of in your favor because they're going to be a lot slower, so you can kind of pick your battles. And then in terms of daily wages troops being increased by 5%, it's bad, but not too crazy, depending on how big your party is. Once you start hitting like the 300 number, you're going to feel that 5%. But early game, it's nothing too crazy in my opinion. Khuzaits, recruiting and upgrading mounted troops are 10% cheaper, 25% production bonus to house, mule, cow, and sheep in villages owned by Khuzait rulers, but 20% less tax income from towns. What does this mean? Alrighty, so Khuzaits, they used to have a lot of speed bonuses, but those got taken away. Now what we have is pretty much mounted troops to recruit and also upgrade them, and you will also need horses to upgrade them. Remember this. It's not just gold. They require a lot, but they're very good. They're 10% cheaper, which is actually really good. It's not like the 25% for Sturgians, but again, Khuzaits, it's 10% and not 25% because, again, mounted troops are very, very good in Bannerlord. They are, they cost a lot more. It's a lot more to upgrade them, but again, you get what you pay for. So 10%, not bad. 25% production bonus to the villages. Pretty much means it's like the opposite of the Empire village hearse in a way, where since a lot of their they have a lot of horse and sheep in all those villages, those will grow so much faster, and all the towns and castles that are connected will also grow faster. So pretty much their economy grows a lot faster. But the takeaway is all the towns they own, which are very, very big income sources. Like some towns will provide you like 6K a day. Just a town, a very healthy town that you might have. So that being 20% less is pretty big in my opinion. So you are going to have strong units. You are going to have fast economic growth. But it's like a 20% extra tax that you will have to pay in terms of your income. So it's an on and off. Now, Battanians, this one, very good in my opinion. But so what do they have? 50% less speed penalty and 15% sight range bonus in forests. Towns owned by Battanian rulers have +1 militia production, but they're 10% slower build rate for town projects and settlements. Now, let's talk about it. So 50% less speed penalty and 15% sight range bonus in forests. This is huge. Forests are all throughout the map. It's not like the Aserai that it's only on the desert, because the desert's not on the whole map, right? But forest is on the whole map, and especially where they're located, forest is everywhere. Now, having faster speed and also being able to see further into the forest, because there is a little fog in the forest whenever you go through a forest, is huge. It lets them pick their battles faster, and it lets them move around a lot faster. And that, coupled with the towns owned by Battanian rulers have +1 militia production, pretty much means their towns are a lot stronger by default and over time, because they get so much more militia, which are pretty much like they're like garrison troops, but a little bit weaker, but at the same time still pretty good and still pretty much beefs up the numbers, and it helps protect the towns so they can get from town to town quicker, and because all their towns are surrounded by forests. And also, they have stronger towns, so they're very, very good at defense. Now, the 10% slower build rate for town projects and settlements, I don't think is that crazy. There's no real speed run to build your town projects. If it was like 20 or 30%, then maybe I would be like, ooh, that's a really big downfall. But 10%, it's not that bad. All right, now with all that being said, now I'm going to put on the screen pretty much kind of the points that I made. I'm going to put it up right now. And let's just go through them one more time. We're not going to go through the exact points that are all going to be on the screen. You guys can read it that I just said. But here's what I want to say in like a couple words for each culture, pretty much to what kind of game style you can expect. For Vlandians, I put them as like the best sword for hire. What I mean by this again is they're very good whenever they're fighting for somebody else, and they also get a lot of battle experience. Next, for if you want a big infantry army and you want to be in a lot of armies and you want a lot of infantry, they are the best infantry army, is the Sturgians. Empire, if you're planning to be in a lot of wars, a lot of conflicts, they are the best war class in my opinion. The garrison troops help with the war, like, you know, to be more secure, and also more influence from being in an army will give you more decisions you can make on your empire and also continue to grow it by, you know, doing more war. Aserai, best traders. If you're really into income, really into making money, they're the best traders. Khuzait, if you want a huge mounted army, if you want to run around the map pretty quick, if you want to, you know what I'm saying, just be on horses, shoot arrows off horses, they're the best mounted class. And Battanians, they are the best defensive class in my opinion, and something I didn't mention, but to really mention it, they really, there's a lot of bow and arrows, and they have some of the best archers in the game. So if you like that, if you like to play more defensive, more kind of, you know what I mean, you know, they kind of like run around like Robin Hood in a way through the forest, then they're the best for that as well. They're the best defensive class. So that pretty much does it. So out of that, choose as you will. Like I said before, it's gonna give you a slight bonus. Like I said, these slight bonuses that you will see them, you will kind of feel them. But again, do not worry too much if you pick something, you know, you see the video and you're like, oh, now I want to pick something else. It's not too huge of a deal, but, you know, pretty significant. But again, as you play the game, you will also get different choices and stuff that you can, you know what I mean, improve on. But yeah, that'll do it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.